Introducing the most powerful force in the wrestling world.
Do you want to do the intro, seeing as though it's your show?
No, you'll say that.
Fine. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very strange edition of the HJ show. As you can clearly see, I'm not Johnny. That's still Harley. Obviously, I'm Jamie, so we have still got the HJ show, just with a different J. Johnny obviously isn't with us today. I don't know why.
I can't remember what
Johnny is doing something. Like
he's working a thingy somewhere.
I think he's being an adult. Not sure.
No, I think
Can't.
he's working a state fair or something.
Okay. So
like he was the other week when he had to record from wherever.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's doing that again.
Okay, fine. So Johnny, unfortunately, has had to hand the reins over to me. So it's going to be a bit of a weird one. Obviously, it's still going to be weird because you've got H anyway, and we all know how strange H is. So on this week's edition of the HJ show, because it is a slightly different one to normal, and there has been some amazing wrestling this weekend. Yay. We're going to talk about the TNA's Against All Odds pay-per-view. Sorry, Harley is paying attention.
All of which you're going to have to tell me about because I was in the room while it was on. I just didn't pay any attention.
Harley's currently trying to beat a Pokemon, so if you're wondering what's going on.
I'm just trying to lose to it now so I can go to heel.
He is paying attention on this one. So we're going to talk about TNA Against All Odds because that was obviously on Friday. Worlds Collide, the AAA and NXT pay-per-view that was on. We will talk about that because that was on last night. And we will also talk a little bit about Money in the Bank. Now, we won't talk much about the WWE ones because I'm going to take a huge guess that John and Aaron will be covering that in their recap of the week, this week coming. So today, at time of recording, it is Sunday, the 8th of June. It is my 35th birthday. Yay! God, I'm old. So obviously,
I can show off your present, but it's in my backpack still.
Yeah, I could.
I'll go and get that so you can show it off because I'm going to go shout at those two more.
Yeah, so Harley's going to go and shout at our children because we are trying to record this while we have put our children to bed. So it's bonuses of being parents and having to both film at the same time. It doesn't end well. So yeah, hi again. Now, obviously, as you will have seen, I did record an interview with the Nemeth brothers last week where I did say to them, you have to win your match as a birthday present to me. So did they deliver, I wonder? First of all, if you watch the pay-per-view, how good was that pay-per-view? I'm going to pull the matches up now. You'll have to excuse me. I feel really congested today. Don't actually know why or what's wrong with me, but there we go. So I'm going to start running through the card of, God, this is why I hate wearing glasses because I can just see myself in the glasses. If I do that, I could then see my phone screen and yeah. That's why you don't wear your glasses for filming, I'm guessing. Because you can see, yeah. Right, I tell you what, yeah, I'm going to take mine off and be blind for a while. Yeah, so...
He has his noise plug in.
Can tell I've not had my glasses off because, yeah. So, Against All Odds, we'll run down of what's happened and obviously talk about it. Harley was in the room while I was watching the pay-per-view, but we were away this weekend just for one night for my birthday. So it was one of those. We were in a hotel watching stuff on a phone. So as you can imagine, not great screen-wise. So obviously
TNA was on your phone. We watched the rest on my tablet.
Yeah, we watched the rest on your tablet, but TNA was on my phone. Yeah. So tiny screen. So you kind of gave up trying, didn't you?
I didn't start trying.
At least he's honest. Before we start the rundown, though, of the TNA card, Harley, would you like to show off what you purchased me for my birthday? So I will.
No, you can.
I will.
You can show off what you purchased first.
Oh, yes. So For anybody that knows Harley, obviously knows he is a deathmatch wrestling.
I've shown
like,
plenty of the figures.
Yeah.
I've shown plenty of Ben's work on here.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, which I think you should by now, our friend Ben owns Riot Zoo, and he does the. I was looking if I could get one to hand, but I don't know where you've put your little deathmatch bastards.
Well,
oh yeah, I can see them.
yeah, I'm Schlack.
Here's Shellac. So there you go. So this is the work of our friend Ben from Riot Zoo. Literally amazing work. And I'm just going to put Shellac there. And he decided to come out with a colouring book. So I had to order 2 because I love colouring in and Harley wanted a deathmatch colouring book. So we have the Little Deathmatch Bastards colouring book, the first one. So Ben, if you are listening, make more quickly because yeah. Oh, this is mine.
Yeah,
so you're gonna see my really bad attempt at colouring in. So here we are. So you've got obviously Deathmatch Grandad, Iceman. You're gonna notice that I've skipped a page. I did this on purpose because I really want to take my time with this one because blood and dartboard. So you've got the lovely Mr. Drew Parker. Our amazing friend, Mr. Tim Strange, who I have put in pink and purple because why the fuck not? They're the only 2 pages I actually coloured in while we were away. And then you've got Alton Thorn. I can't wait to do that one. I'm going to put so much green and shit into it. The wonderful B.A. Rose. I love these. These are so cool. Like, genuinely, you have no idea how happy I got when I got colouring books in the post. Like,
started the BA.
Yeah, because it's red. Like, you were just like, oh, red, I can colour that one in. Antonio Gonzalez? Yeah. I have to check I'm getting these names right because I'm not a deathmatch like aficionado. Yeah, the deathmatch fuckboy. Like, genuinely, like, if you can still order this, please go and do it. The wonderful Jack Harrop. Luckily, he's not electrocuting his dad there, so that's a bonus.
You used to announce King of the Kill entrant.
Yes, I saw that and I got very happy for him. Big fucking Joe. I do love how when Harley opened it to that page, he went, "Oh look, it's done."
Bit of pink, bit of red. He's done.
Brett Semtex. I do love that one. That is a proper caricature one.
Yeah, it is.
It's amazing. That one does look like it got drawn like on a holiday. Lou Nixon. I love that. I love how it's bald Lou too.
Yeah.
That made it. And then finally,
such a headache to colour in.
You how much you love this man is really weird.
I love Darko, even.
Like,
I still need to get a Darko figure off.
Genuinely, like, we love
Underwood.
Darko. He is amazing, and like Harley is really looking forward to colouring this page in. Like I said, I did order 2, so Harley has got 2. Oh, it's a sad boy. It's Michael Caden.
I've got a Caden up there, a BA up there.
So yeah, so that is the colouring book. It is 10 pages. Yes, 12 pages. Sorry, my bad. I can't count.
It's £10.
Yes, there you go. £10. Obviously, a lot of work has gone into this. So, you know.
Plus shipping does ship internationally.
It does. So get yourself onto, look, there's the website, riotzoo.com.
You can order the figures off there too.
Get yourself on riotzoo.com. Get yourself a Little Deathmatch Bastards colouring book. Buy your Little Deathmatch Bastards. Like
all the big ones. Because he does big ones.
There is some huge ones and they are fucking incredible.
Or masks or heads.
And it's not just deathmatch, guys, though, to be fair.
No,
like,
subculture.
Yeah, we've got subculture that he made. So we've got Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews. But yeah, like, go to Riot Zoo, buy the stuff from there because like it's fucking incredible, and the talent do get a cut of sales. Yes, I am right. Yes. Yeah, so the talent that he uses, so like Big Joe or like obviously Schlack, and anybody else that is made, the talent do get a cut of the sales. So it's supporting the talent, which is always fucking great, and it's supporting a small business. So go to riotzoo.com and order all the shit from there.
Or if you want to save money on shipping, go and see him at Kumite or Games of Death or
any deathmatch
Bleeding
show, really.
Gums.
Ben might be there. So just go to the Riot Zoo page, like go on Facebook, go on Instagram, and you'll find out where he's going to be because he will tell you. Yeah, so that's one thing I was doing this weekend. It's colouring in because I'm a child. But we're going to get on to weird and wonderful shit. We started off with weird and wonderful shit. I was thinking of doing this at the end, but you've just ambushed me. Can tell it's Harley's
You said
show.
it was your birthday.
I know. So, do you want to tell the story of this? Because you picked this up, didn't you?
Oh, I saw it and then knew it would go down well and you'd won it.
Mm. But what happened when you collected it from the...
So I got it shipped to the locker next to the pub. So I was halfway through a pint and went, oh, crap, parcel. So I ran out and got it. Opened it to check it was all right. And Jimmy behind the bar. That didn't sound good.
It's fine.
Gave me a funny look and went, right, what is it? So I handed it over. He had a look and he went, yeah, all right, fair enough. And who was sat in there? Kev, I want to say Pazzo, Chris, Rambo, probably sat around the bar. All looked and went, oh no, you've not. And I went, what? It's Jamie's birthday. And they all went, oh, for a birthday as well. Oh, you're a brave man. And Jimmy went, no, I get it. She'll love it.
Now,
I was right.
Yeah, Harley was right. I do love this present. Now, you will see why all those people had that reaction. Because Harley bought me a cookbook for my birthday. However, I have been wanting this cookbook for the past 25 years. So it's fine. Like, he gets a pass on this one. Yeah, so I think at some point I might have to share some recipes and shit on here of, you know, what's in the book, because I had a quick flick through this morning and there is some weird and wonderful shit in there. So yeah, but yeah, everyone was like, oh, can't get her a cookbook, not for her birthday. Fucking incredible. Like, yeah. So, and I got a weighted blanket as well, but not wrestling related, so never mind. I do love it though, it helps with the pain. Shall we talk actual wrestling now?
Yeah. It's all one big company that happened over the weekend anyway.
Yeah,
so
basically.
Eve bought everyone that happened.
Yeah, so we'll start off with Friday night, which was obviously TNA. The pre-show, is it the pre-show or is it something else? The countdown to whatever it is, isn't it? That's what they call it. It's the fucking pre-show.
Pre-show.
Yeah,
It's all pre-show.
So the pre-show saw a 6-woman tag team match, and it was the Elegance brand. So that's Ash, Heather, and M.
Yeah.
I hate them on TV, but we love Ash, don't we? Obviously, you looked after her for the love of wrestling. She is such a sweetheart, but she's a bell end on TV. So she plays a character well. So it was those three against Zaya Brookside, Myla Grace, and our friend Harley Hudson.
Yeah.
We love Harley. I absolutely love her to pieces. So obviously, as you could tell, when she got signed, we were so over the moon, weren't we?
Not sure Lana that much.
Yes, our daughter is obsessed with Harley Hudson, so we are gonna have to make her watch it. But yeah, so that match was actually, you know, quite a good match to say it was on the countdown show. Only went 5 minutes though. I don't know why in my brain.
Longer.
Yeah, I don't know why in my brain it seemed like it was longer. But yeah, incredible match. The women all worked really well together. And the Elegance brand obviously picked up the win there. I was hoping for, you know, maybe Harley to pick up the win, but she didn't get pinned. That's the one thing I'm taking away from that. Harley did not get pinned. So yeah, absolutely good match. No issues with that whatsoever. Then obviously moving on to the main show, we had our first match, which was Steve Macklin defending his TNA International Championship. You made a point about this though, didn't you?
Yeah.
Saying giving the most America man an international championship.
Yeah, his whole gimmick's America! And then he's got the Everywhere But America title.
But yeah, so it was Steve Macklin defending against Mance Warner with Steph DeLander. again, another good match. Like,
Yeah, I stopped watching after that one. I was only interested in seeing Allmancer. I just wanted to see Allmancer. Yeah, that was it. Job
yeah,
done.
it was a good match. Obviously Steve Macklin retained his title. Yeah, I enjoyed watching that. It was good. And
did TNA still have a Euro shop?
Oh, I'm not sure.
It's now Mancer's with TNA.
You want to buy some shit?
Yeah, because he had the cool. Did I never show you the Allmancer can koozies?
No.
They were shaped like cowboy boot.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, they're fucking awesome, and I want one.
Now you said that, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, they're awesome, and I want one. I just don't want to pay import tax on
like,
it.
Genuinely, this is like trying to do this with a toddler sat next to him, because every so often you just go, "Oh, did I do this?" Like,
Yeah.
is this what Johnny has to put up with every week?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I'm just worse with Johnny because I remember there's things in the room and start going, "Wow, look at that."
This is why I'm sat in this chair, so he can't just reach to the shelf, but he will probably just reach over me anyway because I'm smaller than him. Our next match, you did watch this one because this was the System.
Oh no, stop paying attention.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So it was the System. So that's Moose, JDC, Eddie Edwards, and Brian Myers, with obviously Alicia Edwards, taking on the Hardys, the honorary Hardy, Leon Slater, and their mystery partner, who they brought out as the hometown man.
It was
Cody Deaner in a mask.
It was literally, I didn't watch any of the match. I just looked and went, yeah, that's Deaner in a mask, and then stopped paying attention.
Obviously, when he came out and he was announced as the hometown man, I was looking, I was like, what the fuck? Oh, that's Cody Deaner. And then obviously Harley went, yeah, that's Cody Deaner. He's from there. Okay, then fine. But I did find it funny how the hometown man got more chance than anybody in that match. That was incredible. I
do like Deaner.
Yeah. Oh, I've loved Cody Deaner for ages. He's great. He's so good. Yeah, this was like, it was a good match. It had, the spots that you'd expect it to have. Like, it had Leon Slater doing all the big flippy shit, and again, another person who we know is an incredible young talent.
Had Leon Slater doing the stuff that Jeff can't anymore.
Yeah, basically. And more importantly, though, Leon Slater did get the pinfall over Moose. So is that putting him in line for an X Division title shot, do you think?
That'd be cool.
I would love for him to become the youngest X Division champ. That would be great. I mean, it'd be fucking insufferable.
Oh yeah.
But it'd be great. Like one of our own, like, getting a title. It'd be great. So that was that match. Then the next match was just a standard singles match. It was Jason Hotch versus Mustafa Ali.
Oh yeah, my brain was off by this point.
Yeah, there'd been obviously a bit of turmoil within the little group, and it had all basically come to a head at this point. Mustafa Ali obviously picking up the victory there. Now, I wasn't a massive fan of this one. I'm not a massive fan of Mustafa Ali character anyway. Like, he's a good wrestler. I just don't like this gimmick he's doing.
Oh, fair enough.
I don't know what it is. I just don't like it. But, like, if it's working, it's working. Obviously, different tastes and everything. So there's not much I can really say on that. The next match was another title match. It was the TNA Knockouts World Championship match. It was Masha Slamovich versus Lee Ying Lee. Me and Harley had a moment of, was that racist? Because obviously when she was announced, she was from Chongqing, China, and
which sounds
racist.
Horrifically racist.
So obviously we got onto Google, as you do. We searched for the place name, and then obviously Harley got the pronunciation up. And it genuinely is. I was like, that's...
I mean, I've heard of the place. I've seen the place name written down. I just did not expect it to be pronounced Chongqing.
Yeah, so, I mean, like, obviously it's not racist, but it just sounded it. I mean, we obviously can't get offended on behalf of other people because that's just stupid. I
think when she signed with him and her first match, I saw something online like, no, that's not real.
I think I did as well, but it was one of them because obviously we hadn't seen it in the flesh kind of thing. It was one of those, and 9 times out of 10, if I'm watching something, I'm skipping intros or whatever because, you know, at home with 2 kids, him, I don't get time to sit and enjoy watching wrestling. Like, this is why I'm so glad we had a weekend where we got to watch 3 pay-per-views back to back, and it was awesome. So yeah, that match, obviously, Masha Slamovich retaining her title, a good match.
Yeah.
Like, I love Masha. Like, when we met her at TNT 2 years ago now? Was it? It was, wasn't it? Jesus. Absolutely lovely. She's such a sweetheart. I do love, though, how now she has dropped the whole Russian accenty gimmicky thing and just talks like Masha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good match, solid match. But then again, it's Masha, so, you know, I wasn't expecting any less.
No.
Then we had the TNA World Tag Team Championship match, which was obviously the Nemeths defending their title against the Rascals. Now, again, I did say to the Nemeths on the interview, you need to win. It's my birthday, so you need to give me a birthday present of winning, which they did, so I can't complain.
Yeah, I remember hearing the intros, hearing you say that, and then I zoned out. I must have gone for a dump or something.
Yeah, so they obviously kept their end of the bargain. They won their match for me. I'm happy, you know. And let's be fair, those 2 teams, incredible.
Yeah.
So you knew it was going to be a good match, and it was. Then we had probably the strangest match of the night.
I didn't watch any of it, even though the special guest referee thing intrigued me.
Yeah, so then we had the singles match for the winner basically became the official TNA Director of Authority, which is a weird-ass title in itself, but hey-ho. So it was Santino Marella with Ariana Grace against Sheriff Stone. Sheriff Stone. Bobbert, yeah. With Tessa Blanchard and Victoria Crawford, also previously known as Alicia Fox. With Matt Cardona as special guest referee. What the fuck? Like, obviously that was on the pre-show that got brought up and everything, but I was just there going, why is Matt Cardona like?
He shows up where he wants and does what he wants.
He does.
Because he can.
It made me laugh more that he basically said, you know, he was doing it because both companies had fucked him over, which I just thought, yeah, fair. You know, you do you, boy. Obviously, Santino won that match. He remains the Director of Authority for TNA, which I'm glad about because if Robert Stone had won, Jesus, he'd have become more unbearable than he already is.
Oh, why? Look at me, I don't know who he is.
Robbie E.
Oh.
There you go. Has it kicked in now?
Yeah.
There we go. Fun little story about Robbie E, though. When he had his twins, can you remember this?
I'm not finding it.
No, you don't have to find it. When he had his twins, when his wife had the twins, he had like a gift registry up, didn't he, for stuff for them. Now, me being me, and I will happily do anything for anybody, I purchased a couple of items from the registry to be sent. And then in the post, I got a signed 8x10 of Robbie E. So, you know, but at the time, the character, yeah. But I got a lovely little signed autograph, you know, saying thank you for the gifts and things like that, which was really sweet and really cute. And yeah, so I do have a little personalised bit of memorabilia from Robbie E. So I thought that was nice. Random little story for you. And then our final match was the TNA World Championship match between Trick Williams and Elijah. Now, a lot of people are complaining.
Was there not a Joe Hendry match on that show?
Did I not do the Joe Hendry match? I missed it. Sorry. It was Frankie Kazarian versus Joe Hendry.
Yeah, for nothing.
For nothing.
No reason.
Yeah, it was just a match. But yeah, Frankie Kazarian beat Joe Hendry. My apologies. That I didn't enjoy that match. I think that's why my brain must have skipped over it.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah. It wasn't great. Like, it wasn't bad, but it just, I expected a bit more like fire and I don't know, anger from Hendry because he lost the title. But anyway.
Oh, you missed the Iconics.
Oh,
pre-show.
The inspiration.
Yeah.
I'll get to that in a minute. Anyway,
Something.
so Trick Williams defending the TNA title against Elijah. A lot of people have actually been moaning that an NXT guy has the TNA belt, saying that it puts it lessens the belt. I see it the opposite way completely. Surely it brings more notoriety to it because it's on WWE programming, which is seen by more people because it's on, Netflix. Not many people have the TNA app, which, if you don't, please get it. There is a code currently. It's odds 25. It gets you a free month of TNA Plus. Yeah. I think it's a good thing what they're doing, and I'm hoping it leads to bigger and better things for them all. Obviously, Trick retained, which I assumed he was going to anyway. Yeah, that match was an okay match. Nothing really to write home about. It was all right. So heading back to what you said after the pre-show match.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Elegance brand were celebrating the win, and the Inspiration made their return to TNA. So I was going to say their WWE names then, but it's Jessie McKay and my brain has done a fart.
Don't look at me for
Oh my
on
god.
That.
This is what happens when you've on no sleep. And hang on, I am going to check this now because it is going to wind me up, and I'm sorry if...
Yeah, don't look at me for help on their names. Couldn't tell you the WWE names.
So, WWE names, Billy Kay and Peyton Royce.
Make a fucking racket.
Cassie Lee, fuck's sake. Yeah, brain fart. My apologies. So yeah, after the match, obviously the I was going to say the Iconics then. The Inspiration made their return, and obviously made it known that they want to challenge for the Knockouts tag team titles. So I'm hoping that we get some good matches. Obviously, they are both good wrestlers, so we'll see where that goes. So that was TNA. What was the next one?
Next one was AAA and NXT.
Let me pull up the match card on my phone. Hang on.
Which, I like AAA. Conan sounded horrifically bored on commentary.
He did. He did sound really bored. I mean, it's probably because he it's a different thing for him, isn't it? Yeah, to if he does it for AAA, he probably does it in Spanish and can sound a bit more happy. But yeah.
He sounded really bored.
He did sound quite bored. So
to be fair, it's one of the first AAA shows that I've watched where they've not wheeled out someone that's 50 years past it. That last AAA one I watched where they brought up Chessman and Vampiro and...
I mean, there is a lot of things that we are going to talk about this event, isn't there? That has been Iguana Man, shall we just say it? Iguana
that's the
Man.
only important thing.
I mean,
I need more of that everywhere on every show for no reason whatsoever.
Just Iguana Man to appear. So let's have
not doing anything. Just that guy in the front row with the green shirt that's at everything. Fucking ban him.
Replace green shirt guy with Iguana Man there. Yeah, no,
Mr. Iguana, is it? Yeah, Mr. Iguana.
Mr. Iguana.
Fucking
Man.
stick in there with his green face paint and his fucking puppet. For everything.
Yeah, I did say, is he gonna be the new Coco Beware kind of thing for WWE? Just he comes out and instead of having a fucking bird, he's got an iguana on his shoulder.
He is properly blown up.
He has.
Because of that, he is properly blown up. I mean, I already knew who the dude was.
I had no idea.
Oh, I'd seen him on AAA stuff that I've watched before. I knew who he was. But obviously, because this was NXT and AAA, more people have seen it, and yeah, he's gone proper viral for just being a bit fucking mental.
And I mean, I'm happy with people going viral for being a bit fucking mental. Makes the world go round. But speaking of Mr. Iguana, the opening match was Octagon Jr., Aerostar, and Mr. Iguana, who defeated the Latino World Order of Dragon Lee and Cruz del Toro with Lince Dorado.
I also like that they didn't put NXT over immediately.
Yes. Yeah, that did make me happy. Because I did think, fuck, is this going to be massive like NXT squash out? Like, are they just going to destroy all the AAA guys? But sorry, I am so tired. Yeah, that didn't happen, obviously. But yeah, big shout out to Mr. Iguana for fucking like destroying the internet. Our next match. Now, if I get any of these names wrong, I am sorry. This is why he's left me to reading it. I'm not good. He probably should read it because he can get cancelled instead of me. So the next match was a tag team match. It was Stephanie Vaquer and Lola Vice defeating Chick Tormenta and Dallas.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of getting there.
I was trying to read it, but you don't like that with your hand.
All right. I saw some of the weirdest things in that match. The double when they're getting the head in the knees and the stomping. Weird. It's a weird move anyway, doing it double time, even weirder. Yeah. Then the next match was Legado del Fantasma, so Santos Escobar, Angel Umberto, defeating El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr., Pagano, and Psycho Clown. Yes.
Yeah, Psycho
I
Clown.
love Psycho Clown.
Psycho Clown's meant.
That mask that he wore for the Money in the Bank, the sparkly fucking, incredible. Loved it. Yeah, because we didn't actually watch the entire of this, did we? Because we watched this while we were eating our curry.
Yeah.
So we started at the 6-man tag match, like the second one. And obviously we've just seen clips of what happened in the first two. But yeah, watching that match, that was fucking great. Like that had all the flippy shit in it. Yeah. It was incredible. Excuse me. The next match was the Fatal 4-Way match for the NXT North American Championship. Now, this one
I didn't pay much attention to because I was eating.
Yeah, that's the one thing we were eating. So it was like, oh, what's happening? But yeah, so it was Ethan Page, Javon Evans, Laredo Kid, and Ray Phoenix. And I said to you, didn't I, on the entrances, I went, is it weird that the WWE are paying more attention to Penta than they are Ray Phoenix? Because it's not just me. They clearly have a favorite child there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that match happened. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst. It was okay. Obviously, Ethan Page retained his title.
The same has happened with myself because I can see Penta, but not my Ray.
Oh yeah, isn't he up next to him?
Nope.
Who's that then?
That is a white and gold Callisto.
Is it?
Yep. Or one of them.
Sorry, I'm trying to.
It's not Ray Phoenix. Ray's behind him in black and gold, matching the Penta.
Oh, okay. So you have a favourite child too.
I'm going to be honest. That corner of the shelf, I was just going for Saints coloured luchadors.
Yes, I remember that
because
now.
I've got the black and gold Ray Phoenix behind it, and I'm after like.
I just find it funny that all I can see behind it is Grandmaster Sexay.
Yeah, there is.
We've gone off topic.
There's Scotty Tuotti as well behind.
Yeah, but I can't see that from my vantage point.
He's behind Penta. And behind them all is Rikishi.
Yeah, we've got Umaga, Big Show.
Behind Umaga is Armando.
Oh, okay. Is that partially your suit shelf as well?
Yeah, that's why you've got that Matt Striker that looks like Michael Cole.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Is that behind him? Is that
Rich Holland?
That's it. I was trying to remember his name then. That didn't go well.
And that is a Chuck Palumbo up at the back, stood in front of Jeff Hardy.
I don't know why I'm trying to look.
Up. Next to the Taker Funko Pop.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
triple
that
lumbo.
is a triple lumbo.
Yeah. Sorry, I saw the other Jeff Hardy and got confused.
Oh no, that's Broken Matt's floating head on a drone in front of that Jeff Hardy.
Yes, it is. Sorry, sidetracked about random toys. So the main event for Worlds Collide was the AAA Mega Championship match.
That was mint.
That was mint. It was Chad Gable taking on El Hijo del Vikingo, and yeah, like props to Chad Gable. Like he can fucking hang with the best of them.
2 big matches in one night and all.
Yeah. No,
because the second one's not Chad Gable.
Yeah, the second one's not Chad Gable. It's El Grande Americano. He's named after a coffee.
Yeah, it's not Chad Gable, even though Chad was saying put that fireball ladder under the ring and tell Americano where it is.
And tell me.
Make sure you tell me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, overall, I enjoyed the NXT AAA Worlds Collide event.
Yeah.
It was good.
I mean, if it gets AAA on TV where I don't have to fucking find it on some god-awful channel and watch it in Spanish, I'll be happy.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's one of the things that has put me off watching certain stuff. If I don't understand the commentary, I'm like, it takes me out of it a little bit. I mean, I know when I go to watch like indie shows, there is no commentary. Unless you go to one where DJ King is on commentary, because you can hear DJ King no matter where you are in the room. Big shout out to DJ King. We love him.
Oh, yeah, shout out to DJ. Just use your bottle opener, crack one.
I am hoping, actually, while we're talking about DJ King, I am hoping to do a special episode with him, because the Infamous event is coming up, and DJ King is getting back in the ring.
Oh, cool.
He is fighting Pitbull.
Oh, that story that they've been building up for since he ruined our table.
Yeah, so basically I spoke to DJ about this and I said, right, you're having a match with him. I said, can I turn up and just slap him because I still owe him a receipt for him throwing you at me? Yeah. So for anybody that doesn't know what happened at another indie show, it wasn't even Infamous, it was OTP. Pitbull attacked DJ King, who was on commentary at the time, launched him over our merch table into me. Now, bearing in mind, obviously, disabled.
Well, we'd set up like four or five tables in a row. There was 2 tables of merch and then one with just bits of DJ stuff on, and then everyone else's stuff. It was aimed for the table with all the Infamous stuff on that no one sat behind.
No, I just got a big DJ launched at me and it hurt. Like, that's not saying anything bad about DJ, because, it would hurt just getting a human being thrown at you.
I have that video somewhere, actually.
Yes.
I filmed it from sat on the pool table. But, they're getting a bit close, they're getting a bit close, they're getting a bit close. They've just wrote off all our stock.
Yeah, so I am hoping to film with DJ soon before the actual event. And obviously we can talk about, the actual match card and stuff like that. But yeah, I am hoping to actually go to that event and just give Pitbull a bit of a slap, because he deserves one. Anyway, going back to WWE from the weekend, Money in the Bank. Now, initially there was only 4 matches announced.
Something like that.
And then at Worlds Collide, another match got added, which was
Dom.
Basically Dom being a bell end. So I mean, I get why there were only 4 matches announced, because 2 of them are the Money in the Bank matches, which are going to take a lot longer.
Yeah, but come on, it's not having 2 Rumbles, is it?
It's not having 2 Rumbles. But then again, at the Rumble, there's normally only like 4 matches.
Yeah. So
it's kind of in a similar vein, but obviously they had time to put that 1 extra match in. Yeah, it was a solid show, I think.
Yeah, it was all right. What I watched of it.
Because again, we dip in and out, don't we?
Although I do like having a bit of wrestling in my Fireball advert.
Yeah, so the biggest takeaway is that, Fireball is a thing that sponsoring WWE, I'm guessing. I don't know. It was, yeah.
Prime weekly vodka fireball.
One of these things is not like the others. One of these things doesn't belong. Fucking Prime. Can't stand their stuff. Like, it tastes like piss.
I refuse to try it. I'm not giving that cunt any money.
Can you tell we love Logan Paul in this house? Yeah. So we had predictions for this pay-per-view.
I think I got about half.
Obviously, we didn't get to predict the Mysterio match because it wasn't announced before the predictions got put up. I actually think I got all of them right.
Yeah, I think you did.
Which, yay me. So we'll start with the women's Money in the Bank match. Obviously, that opened the show. Great match.
I'll watch
the dueling code reds on the ladder.
Yeah, that was cool.
Fucking great spot. Like, insane ability. So well done to those women. So we had Naomi, Alexa Bliss, Julia, Rhea Ripley, Roxanne Perez, and Stephanie Vaquer. Fucking Stephanie pulling double duty as well, because she obviously had a match at Worlds Collide and then obviously had one at Money in the Bank. So
Ripley
took some shit. Like, first ever ladder match for Ripley. You wouldn't have noticed.
No.
Like, everything that people say about Rhea Ripley, fucking spot on. She is incredible. Like, she deserves her flowers. She's fucking good. But yeah, out of all those, I obviously predicted Naomi to win. It was the most logical sense for me. And obviously she did win it. Now I can see her holding on to that briefcase for quite a while. I know normally they don't like doing that with the women.
This is where I wake up on Tuesday morning and she's
I swear to God,
Raw.
swear to God, if I wake up on Tuesday morning and the cunt has cashed in on Raw, I'm not going to be happy. But yeah, no, it is a thing that winds me up about WWE is that they've literally let one woman hold the briefcase for a long time, and that was Carmella. Yeah. She held it for fucking ages, and the rest of them all seem to have cashed in like on the night of or the week of. Like, they've not had. I think Bayley might have held it for a little bit, but it's never. It's not like the men who get to, put it into their character. It is literally, do you want to cash it in? There you go. But yeah, so I'm hoping that they'll let Naomi have this as a character building situation and they go somewhere with it, because I think they can do a lot with it. But yeah, it was a good match. I enjoyed it. Next up, we had Dominic Mysterio, obviously with Liv Morgan, defeating Octagon Jr. for the Intercontinental title. Obviously, a match that got made on Worlds Collide.
Yeah.
Fucking good match. Like, I really enjoyed this match, and I can't stand watching Dominic Mysterio's matches. Not because he's bad, it just annoys me to look at him. But I said to you, didn't I, that I think he's going to turn face at some point soon. Yeah. Because of how much the crowd are like loving him at the minute. I genuinely think they're just going to go, fuck it, let's just turn him face. And it's going to be an Eddie Guerrero situation, isn't it?
Yeah, probably. I mean, he looks like Eddie.
He does. Like, I'm sure there's still some parental issues. But yeah, like, it was a really good match. I actually really enjoyed it. It was less than 5 minutes. Again, another thing that shocked me. I did not think it was that short. But I mean,
I think I missed that one because I've gone the bog.
Bear in mind, we were like, here, toilet is here, and he still like fucked off and missed it.
Yeah. Playing Pokemon.
That was my weekend, listening to my husband shitting while playing Pokemon. So our next match was for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, which saw Becky Lynch defeat Lyra Valkyria and become the Women's Intercontinental Champion. Becky's a bell end, and I like it. I like heel Becky. I do like heel Becky, and I do think there is something to be said about somebody who can like keep the same character but swap and change between heel and face. Obviously, it takes some fucking talent doing, and she does great at it. But yeah, that was an enjoyable match. Obviously Becky making sure that at the end, Lyra, holding her arm up, and that. So yeah, Becky milked it for all it was worth. Men's Money in the Bank ladder match.
Good match. Enjoyed
match.
that.
We knew Seth were going to win.
Yeah.
Out of all of it, like
El Grande is dead.
That spear.
El Grande is dead.
That spear from Braun Breaker to El Grande Americano.
Yeah, but it got overshadowed by watching Bronson Reed run.
Yes. Like, we are that couple that will sit and commentate on shit as we're watching it, and genuinely, when Seth called for those two to come out, we were both like, what's going to happen now? Are they going to do, like, when Jeff came to save Martin, he fucking danced his way to the ring? Or, when people come out to save somebody and they take their sweet ass time, I thought, well, is it going to be like that to make, like, a bit of an impact? Or is it going to be knock the fuck out of somebody? It was both. It was glorious. You had Braun Breaker run in, spear the living shit out of El Grande Americano, which was fucking amazing. But then you saw Bronson Reed try to run. You're a big lad, Bronson. You don't have to fucking run. It was full. I'd want to do it, but I'm conscious of boob.
Oh, it was so.
But
funny.
it was genuinely
It was so funny.
It was like the fucking "Is This the Way to Amarillo" dance that Peter Kay done, and honestly, like literally 1 minute we were there going, "Fuck, Chad Gable's dead." Well, El Grande Americano, like this, and then obviously Bronson Reed started running, which turned into us being like, "Oh fuck." Amazing. Obviously, Braun spearing. Who the fuck did he spear through the barricade? Because whatever it is, they're dead now.
LA Knight, was it? No.
That is really bad. We watched it today and yet can't remember. Who did he?
Was it the one of the Bloodline that came out that wasn't
Yes.
part of it? I hate you!
Yes, it was Jeff Cobb.
Yeah.
What's he called now?
JC Mateo.
There we go. Don't know why they fucking changed his name. Yeah, so I mean that match, just before even that bit happened, that match was just fucking incredible anyway. Then we had this Solo Sikoa basically gonna get the briefcase, and Jacob Fatu finally fucking seeing sense. Glorious moment. It was the culmination of basically Solo has been a prick to everybody and he gets his fucking just desserts. It was glorious. I loved it. I just love Fatu. So more of him, please. I know obviously he's the United States champion now, so we should be seeing more of him, but yeah, like I'm all for more Fatu. Obviously, as we said, Seth Rollins picking up the win, getting the briefcase again 11 years after getting it first time round. Do we think that his is going to be a quick cash in, or do we think he's going to make it a big moment like he did the last one?
I don't know.
Like, and I need you guys to obviously put in the comments as well. Like, we need to know, is it going to be like a quick, somebody's down, like it doesn't matter which champion. Actually, no, that's the point. Which champion do you think he's going to cash in on?
It's got to be fucking thingy, hasn't it? It's not going to be Cena.
See, this is where I was thinking about it, because on Raw, it's Gunther versus Jey Uso for the title. Yeah. Now, Seth Rollins could cash in there. There is a massive chance that could happen. My money says he's going to wait for a big Cena match and cash it in then. He's going to make it so he is the headline. Because at the minute, it's Cena being 17-time world champion that's like taking over everything. I think Seth's a bit butthurt by that. And Seth is going to try and fuck that up for Cena.
If that happens, if he cashes in successfully on Cena, there's only one way that's going.
Go on.
Punk will take it off and we'll get Punk Cena. SummerSlam.
I didn't say when that it happened though.
No, I just want Punk Cena at SummerSlam again.
It wasn't at SummerSlam last time. It was at Money in the Bank.
What was it? Mm-hmm. I can't remember.
2011 Money in the
I
Bank.
was saying fucking years ago.
It was during the whole Summer of Punk thing.
Yeah. So I want Punk Cena again.
With roles reversed.
Yeah.
See, this is why I enjoyed the Randy Orton John Cena thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it was roles reversed.
Yeah, exactly. That was good. I want Punk Cena like that.
Yeah. I'd happily replay any of Cena's previous thingies. What's the word I'm looking for?
Feud.
There we go. Previous feuds, obviously, because that'd be roles reversed and it'd be great. But yeah, so that's what I think is going to happen. I think Seth's going to wait until an opportune moment and make a big fucking impact against Cena. That's what I think. Do you think he's just going to go for Uso?
I don't know. It depends how the match goes on
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Well, that at time of filming, it'll be tomorrow. Obviously, by the time this comes out, which this show normally comes out on a Monday.
It's normally a Monday, but that all depends on Johnny.
Yeah, we'll have to see when it gets edited and put out. So we don't know what's happening yet. So, and then obviously we had the main event, which was the tag team match of Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso against Logan Paul and John Cena. Why is Logan Paul such a twat?
Drones and selfies and all sorts of shit, and it can fuck off. It can get in the bin.
Yeah, what is the point? Like, it doesn't make it actually made the entrance, like when he was coming out holding the drone before he let it go, it looked like our camera now. And our camera isn't the greatest. Like, it'd be worse if I put the actual laptop's camera on, because that looks like a fucking potato. But yeah, it was annoying to say the least. It really was. But I digress. We go to the match. The match was actually good. The match was okay. Like,
I don't know. Logan Paul's involved, so I didn't watch
it. He just fucking zoned out because of Logan Paul. I
was doing this 6th or 7th Pokemon gym on Black, so
yeah,
I needed concentration.
But yeah, no, the match was good. Obviously you had Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso picking up the win. Well, Cody Rhodes picked up the win because Jey Uso was like through a table on the outside. He was dead for a bit. Yeah, so the highlight of the match, though, was John Cena getting taken the fuck out by Ron the Truth Killings.
Yeah.
Now, I'm saying Ron the Truth Killings because if you go onto the WWE shop, he has a new shirt out, and it isn't R-Truth. It is Ron Killings, which I'm so happy about.
I've read about that. Apparently, from the being released thing.
Yeah.
It was 72 hours before the show. They decided no, and he's got a new contract.
Now, a lot of people will be going, "Oh, it was all the work." Fucking doubt it.
Yeah, no.
I just think they saw how much backlash they had.
They've actually listened to everyone going, no, but I'm hoping they don't listen to everyone going, no, we want R-Truth, and go, fucking hell, R-Truth's really over. Whack him in the title picture. We don't want that. I just want him on telly being stupid.
I mean, that as well, but I would genuinely love for him to win the title, but get the title wrong. Like, he thinks he's got the 24/7 title back or some shit.
Oh, that'd be brilliant, yeah.
Like, do shit. Like, I do not care if comedy wrestling. I love comedy wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, Simon Miller, fucking, I agree with you. Comedy wrestling is fucking brilliant. Like, take Riot Cabaret over here. We had the fucking wedding between Tate Mayfair and Session Moth Martina. Oh, sorry, Classy Karen. That ended in... not a wedding, clearly. But it's comedy shit. And Simon Miller was also officiating that, so that was fucking hilarious.
You got, like, when we did Summer Sesh with Rise, and the opening match was Tim and Hackenbeard.
Yeah. Comedy wrestling.
And Crisps were getting a cheer.
Yeah.
And the referee and the ring announcer had to go do the rodeo thing with Tim's hat.
Yeah, basically, give me comedy wrestling any day of the week. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the technical stuff. I love the high-flying stuff. Obviously, you love your deathmatch stuff.
Give me glass or something that'll make me laugh.
Yeah. Like, I mean, not so much glass in my case, because, yeah. I mean, I was full on ringside for the women's unification match at TNT, I was literally holding both belts, and I was too close to weaponry to be happy. Like, we know what my theories on deathmatch are. Like, I don't do well, but obviously it was two of my very good friends. I wanted to see it because I couldn't watch the first one because somebody got very drunk and split his head open. Actually, no, I say this, it wasn't technically your fault. You fell over a raspberry?
I slipped on a pile of raspberries that Zach had put at the bottom at my feet and then run off.
So he was trying to catch our
booby trapped
child.
me and tried escaping.
So our child ruined my first.
I essentially speared him to the ground and nutted a table while doing it.
Yeah, so I missed that. I missed Lucy Sky's first death match. Got to see the second one, which...
You made it to the barrier for the first 2 minutes of the match before you got your son's crying and your husband's covered in blood.
Yes. But this time I basically went to just be a fan and watch. Obviously I was working the TNT event, but yeah, I basically was like, right, I'm leaving the merch, I'm going to watch the match. And obviously it's a death match, so you know, everybody's wall to wall, like you can't get through. So I abused my power a little bit of working for TNT and went around and like to the ringside bit, and it was there where Decker, who was ring crewing, got handed the belts and went, fuck no, I dropped this shit, and hand them both to me. So I'm just there like, one on each shoulder, it'd be fine. So I'm stood there for the entire match, literally watching, holding these belts, going, oh fuck, this looks like it fucking sucks. And there's pictures of me, I will share them. Fabulous Tony Knox taking the photos. He's got some cracking ones of me holding the belts, looking shocked. But I genuinely was. I don't like to know outcomes of shows I'm going to because it takes the fun out of it for me. So I love not knowing. And that match was incredible to watch and stand at ringside. Obviously, the match ended. Lucy Sky, well, Deathmatch Lucy, she picked up the victory, becoming the unified TNT Women's Champion. Obviously, I handed the belts over to referee James Greenwood, went back to my little spot, you know, applauding. It was great. The women hugged. It was amazing. And then Lana Austin came out and ruined it because Lana Austin cashed in her level up briefcase. And literally, I think there's a picture of me going, the fuck is happening? Because obviously, I don't know anything that's happening at these shows. I like to be surprised. I think it was more because on the TNT rundown show that me and Lauren did, we said, how fucked up would it be if Temple of Malum held all the gold? And it's happening. It's coming to fruition and it fucking hurts my soul. I also shouted at the owner of TNT because of it. I went, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah. It's his fault. He created the level up briefcase concept for TNT. So yeah, one of those things. I will see if I can find the pictures and I will get Johnny to like edit them in because there is genuinely some weird and wonderful photos of me doing that. But yeah, it is goofy wrestling though. Deathmatch is goofy wrestling because they do stupid shit. Like it was the beer can tower that got me. Obviously, well, Session Moth came out of Session Goth, which fucking hell I loved. But she had literally, we'd spent all day finding cans. I rooted through bins to find cans.
It was a Tokyo Tower of beer cans.
It was a Tokyo Tower of beer cans. Well, actually, it was more Monster than anything else because we couldn't. Obviously, you're in a fucking wrestling locker room, you're gonna find a shit ton of Monster cans. But yeah, that was fucking hilarious. Like,
I love that you got home and were, right, we need beer cans. Where's H? I was at home with the kids.
Basically, yeah. Like I was stood there at merch, and about 5 people came over, and they were like, "Right, we need beer cans. Where's your husband? He's at home with the fucking kids." Why? Well, we need beer cans. Where is he? I mean, you can go to my house. There's a lot of them there. But yeah, goofy wrestling. Give me all the goofy shit of wrestling, and I'm happy. I do like the technical stuff, but funny shit.
Yeah, I mean, some of that balls that tits off me.
It does, but
I think that's why I don't like Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, I can see that from your point of view. I like him because how his mind works. of how technically proficient he is, and because he reminds me of William Regal. I
like Regal.
adore
But Regal's
Regal.
funny.
But Regal has the comedy element.
Yeah, Regal's funny.
Yeah.
Deeper's not.
Yeah.
Even when they tried doing funny shit with him in WWE, it wasn't funny.
Shall we also talk about what got announced on Money in the Bank? Nikki Bella returning to Raw. I don't know how to feel about this.
It's going to be some fucking asinine bullshit, isn't it?
I don't know, because the picture showed her in wrestling gear.
Oh, I don't know.
So, is she making a wrestling return? Because obviously she had to retire because of issues.
I don't know. Find out on...
I mean, we're going to find out obviously on Raw, but
find out on Raw.
I just wondered if you had any inkling of what
I have absolutely no idea. However, Matt Tremont won Tournament of Survival last night.
Oh, did Matt Tremont win it?
Matt Tremont won it.
Oh, well, do you want to say who was in that? Because we do, there was one name that shocked us both.
So we had Mr. Danger, John Wayne Murdoch. See, I'm not Googling this shit because I've not got my phone or tablet on me, so you might have to.
Okay, hang on then.
So it was Mr. Danger, John Wayne Murdoch.
What was the event called?
Tournament of Survival. Matt Tremont.
Fucking, I can't spell.
Beastman in it.
GCW Tournament of Survival, yes?
Yeah.
That's fuck off, Fightful.
So John Wayne Murdoch, Mr. Danger, Otis Koga, Beastman, Dr. Redacted, Bobbly Beverly, Daiju Wakamatsu, Matt Tremont, Jimmy Lloyd, and a surprise entrant to be announced on the night. It was Shotzi.
Fucking Shotzi Blackheart. What the fuck? Now, Shotzi has also been announced to be in Manchester at the end of the month. She is at Progress.
Oh, cool. She is immediately retired from deathmatch wrestling. She's done Tournament of Survival, got jibbed up by Matt Tremont, and went, nope, not for me.
No. But what else did she put?
Yeah, the only thing that will get me out of retirement's Nick Gage, which I think was supposed to be a thing somewhere at some point.
Yeah.
Which is why she tagged SVN in it.
Right.
So that might actually.
So obviously that was the opening round.
Otis Koga got fucked up.
Oh, is that the picture I showed you with all the blood on the floor?
Yeah, his gimmick table afterwards. Just spewing claret.
So Otis Koga defeated John Wayne Murdoch in the semi-finals.
John Wayne Murdoch got fucked at all. I've seen a horrible picture of his side.
Matt Tremont defeated Bobby Beverly. So was the title on the match, the Ultraviolent Championship, was that on the line as well?
Tremont's the title.
Oh, okay.
Tremont's the title holder.
So then obviously the final was Matt Tremont versus Otis Koga, and obviously Matt Tremont won. Now again, this is proper like deathmatchy shit.
Yeah, it's deathmatch tournament. Tonight is Cage of Survival.
There's been so much wrestling this weekend.
They run Cage of Survival.
I love this. Harley's now Googling on my phone to try and find the card, I'm guessing this is going to be longer than yours and Johnny's shows because there has been a lot of shit.
Yeah, probably. Cage of Survival. There we go, cage match.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I'm so tired. As soon as we finish recording this, we're both going to bed because we're knackered.
Cage of Survival 4, there it is.
Okay, so let's have a look at this then. So this is tonight, yes?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, it is. So there is announced a dog collar match, Joey Janela versus Atticus Koga.
That's going to be mint.
A tag team death match.
Daiji Wakamatsu, Dr. Redacted versus Little Sicko, Mr. Danger. That'll be awesome.
Then you got a singles match of Bear Bronson versus Slade.
That'll be cool. I like Slade.
The JCW, is that the
Jersey Championship Wrestling, the one that
Insane Clown Posse?
No, that's Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
I knew there was one.
That's Jersey Championship Wrestling, I think. That's the one that
I want to check now. Oh, yeah, Jersey.
Yeah, it's the one that Jordan Oliver had when he was over here.
Oh, shit, yes. So that's Masha Slamovich versus KJ Orzo. Orzo?
You all know who that is.
Will I?
Yes. He recently got unmasked.
Oh, Fuego del Sol. Okay.
Yeah, he lost his mask to Koga.
Shit. Can they not just keep the fucking names? Like,
It's a Coldplay Video Extreme Moment Cage Survival match. That'll be good.
so you got Team G. Oh, sorry, the 8-man tag team match.
Yeah,
You've got
that's
Team
gonna be
GCW versus Team JCW. So you've got GCW is Effie, who I did not know this. You told me today, didn't you? Effie is actually 1 day older than me. Born same year and everything. Now I like to think I look a little bit fucking younger than Effie. No offense, Effie. You do deathmatch shit. Like fucking, we're good. You have your shit. Like, but yeah, 1 day older than me. Did not know that, and I've met the man.
Yeah.
There is actually a really cute picture of Effie with our daughter, isn't there?
Yeah.
Because we're great parents, you know, taking them to death matches. So you've got Effie, Jimmy Lloyd. Is he not the broski anymore? Or is he just Jimmy Lloyd now?
I think, well,
Oh yeah, because he
doesn't
turned
say
on
Bruce,
Cardona,
yeah.
didn't I? Yeah, I remember now. John Wayne Murdoch and Matt Tremont versus Team JCW, which is Too Tough Tony, Mickey Knuckles, Ruffalo the Clown, and Yabo the Clown.
With Violent J from the Insane Clown Posse. I'm really looking forward to that match.
I mean, there's some weird and wonderful shit.
Really looking forward to that.
There is some weird and wonderful shit in the world of wrestling. Speaking of weird and wonderful shit in the world of wrestling.
What? I want to go to Bloodsport London.
No, I was more thinking of the whole Kane saga.
Oh yeah. Oh, what'll be at that as well?
So at the last TNT event, obviously Darwin had a match against Judas. Amazing size. These are things that come to my house. So I actually, I was having a chat with Darwin about this. I said, "Oh,
Michael K."
Yeah, I was like, "Do you know where your Michael Caine mask went after the last event?" He went, "No." I went, "It's in my fucking house." But my husband took it. So obviously he laughed about that because we also have Darwin's moon boot from the angle that he did about having a broken ankle and all sorts of shit. So Harley picks up weird and wonderful shit, and it just happens.
Well, it was swept on the floor. It was upside down. Like, I know what that is. I'm having that.
Yeah. So yeah, this whole oh god, you're getting the other one, aren't you? He is.
I have a selection of paper mist.
You do. We also have a Stardust mask. Oh yeah, so that's actual Kane. Blue. That is dusty as shit.
Yeah.
Blue Payne.
And Michael Caine.
And Michael Caine. What the fuck's that one? Oh, that's one.
The kids made me colour in.
Oh yeah. So with our collection of masks, we have a Paw Patrol one. Yeah. Anyway, so obviously Darwin was there. He had obviously. He had obviously had these dealings with Kane variants. Obviously, there was Gain, and that's how it all started off for Darwin. And then, obviously, at the last show, he came out to confront Gain as Michael Caine, which was weird, but
which
funny.
Was fucking genius. But he had the pre-recorded vignette as him as Paul Bearer as well.
He did, yeah. But then, obviously, after Darwin and Judas's match, we had a vignette show up, which was "You Don't Mess with the Kane Family." And we got Juggalo Championship Wrestling's own Cocaine appear and lay down a challenge to Darwin. So at Summer Explosion at TNT on the 26th of July, it will be Darwin versus JCW's Cocaine. My brain hurt when that happened. I was like, what the fuck is this? So me and Darwin had a chat and we were talking about the things that, we might do. Obviously, I'm not going to reveal any of those because, it will ruin it if I do. But let's just say it's going to be fucking incredible. If what he's told me comes to fruition, it will be fucking brilliant.
Someone's having the kids and I want to be there.
Yeah, if anybody wants to babysit our children, just putting it out there.
Because Darwin does do some of the best comedy wrestling I've ever seen.
Again, another reason why we love Darwin, comedy wrestling.
Also, if you've not, go on to what were we on? Were we on the Rise YouTube?
Yes. Brett
and Lou's.
Yes. No.
Brett and Lou's Summer
Yeah. Oh no, no. Find Darwin's Instagram, Dr. Darwin, and yeah, he did some skits which were Brett and Lou's summer vacation or something like that.
Yeah, it was
fucking comedy
it was
gold.
Him and Big Joe as Lou Nixon.
Yeah,
and
it
Brett
was Darwin and
Semtex,
Big Joe
wasn't
dressed up as Lou Nixon and Brett Semtex.
it?
And it was
That Geordie accent of Brett not talking. Well, I'm on.
genuine.
Fucking brilliant.
Honestly, go and find that if you want to giggle for about 20 minutes. Just fucking watch one of them.
They did one a week. They were about 5-10 minutes, weren't they?
It was glorious. Like, genuinely go and watch it. It was fucking amazing. But yeah, like, give me comedy wrestling any day of the week and I will be a happy bunny. I've been saying I need to go to like a Riot Cabaret show because shit always happens there. Obviously, even at Progress now, there's more comedy wrestling being put into it, obviously, because Simon Miller's there.
Yeah.
And we all know Simon Miller loves comedy wrestling. Like, we do get some at other places. Like, you get so much, like, I work for a couple of wrestling companies over here in the Northwest. So the likes of Atomic Pro Wrestling, TNT, Salford City Wrestling, and you do get some comedy wrestling spots at those events. Like, it's just the best. Like, you have so much fun, and yeah.
Hell, that sex dungeon match between Effie and Crowley was hilarious.
I'm going to again say Parents of the Year right here because our children were at that one. Admittedly, when it got to that side of it, they were literally sat behind a desk or behind a table on their iPads, like chilled out in jammies by this point, and it was Crowley that made me piss myself.
So funny.
Because after the match...
Not even after the match. It was the...
No, what I'm on about was after the match. He came wandering over, waving a dildo, like literally waving a dildo, spotted our two kids and went, no, just still waving it, just walked off and like, okay. Like, we love you, Crowley, what the fuck? This is why these shows are over 18.
It was the sexual consent gorilla that fucking slayed me.
Yeah. Like, you can watch TNT shows.
It was Alexis Falcon, wasn't it?
You can watch TNT's shows. Is it on Triller?
I don't know if the back catalogue is, because that would.
Or is it on Fight TV?
I think it's on Fight, but that would have been when they were still with Progress. So.
Okay, so literally go on to Triller, go on to Fight, or Progress on Demand, because I'm not sure where it actually is, but you will find it.
Effie's Big Gay Brunch 2024.
Yes, please, go watch it, and then you'll see what we mean about comedy shit, because it's fucking great.
That whole show was brilliant. Was that Gaines' debut as well?
I don't know if Gain had debuted before that or for that. I can't remember.
Because I know that's when the photo shoot with Gain was.
Yes, because there is again a cute photo of our child, both our children actually with Gain. No, it can't have been because that was the Effie and Ali Catch photo shoot.
Yeah.
Unless Gain was the ignition. It wouldn't have been the ignition one. I don't know. Anyway, we're just now having a conversation between ourselves apparently.
I don't know.
Shall we wrap this up? Because I think we have been recording for quite some time and Johnny's going to probably kill us on editing.
Oh, well, that's Johnny's issue not being available.
Hopefully next week Johnny will be back to the HJ show and you will get your normality. I want to say normality because I've watched your show. It ain't fucking normal.
No, you mean Johnny will be able to rein me in?
Yeah. I try. I fail. I have to.
Got Van Damme shorts.
Oh God, yeah. You haven't shown them off on this, have you? You showed them off on the.
No, I've shown them off on one that's not come out yet.
Yeah. So, when I record podcasts, I tend to do them like quite a bit in advance, which is kind of bad when you're trying to talk about stuff.
The back of these yet.
So obviously, we allowed him to online shop RVD shorts. Have pockets.
Very important.
Yes. Yeah, so hopefully
more
next
will be
week,
purchased.
hopefully next week Johnny will be back to take the reins of the HJ show again. Obviously, you've had the married couple edition
I'm going
of
to be honest.
the HJ show.
I can't remember what's in these.
Oh. If a spider comes out of here now, I'm going to cry. Oh, I know what's in these. So,
Okay, that one's not signed, but we've got it.
so here we have TNT Thrill Kill.
You've got the same one in your hand.
Oh, yeah.
Why have we got two of that?
I don't know. This is what happens when
Oh, that's the JCW one, because that was when Masha was over.
Oh, yeah, that is the GCW one. So, yeah, we've got a GCW.
Gringo and
Project X.
Gringo
Well,
and
this was
Masha.
TNT, but it was with thingy. So
Oh,
if you
man.
look, obviously you've got Gringo Loco, Masha Yamashita, is it? Is that name?
Rinu Masha.
Oh, yeah, okay, I don't know names.
She had that main match with Emerson. The only Emerson match I've genuinely enjoyed.
Jordan Oliver, who is a sweetheart.
I spent all day just chilling with him. He was mint.
But yeah, so there you go, Project X. Oh, hang on. Oh, is that the one?
No, this is
Oh,
the
is that the
previous year.
previous one? Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah. So there's one of the Big Gay Brunches. I'll let you hold that one back. An all-women's show, Sirens Fury. Like, genuinely, look at the amount of talent on that poster. And I think that you will find is current signed TNA talent,
Yes,
Myla
it
Grace.
is.
Look, Myla Grace and Harley Hudson. We have TNT talent on here. Oh shit, I'm breaking things.
That's WrestleBox.
Yes, WrestleBox. Yeah. So,
The two Comic-Con ones from like
yes,
the other month when none of the matches on the card
yeah,
actually
this is why when people say cards subject to change, they mean it, okay? Because this was day one of Comic-Con.
Prime example of that.
Day one of Comic-Con, yes. This ended up not happening. This was... Hang on. So, Hannah Taylor ended up in this match.
Yeah.
So, this match became a tag match. So, Hannah Taylor tagged down here. Was it Lucy Sky and Decker versus Hannah Taylor in Session?
Possibly.
Yes.
Oh.
I've
got to frame that.
The tag team championship match didn't happen as advertised because unfortunately Critchy got a head injury
The night before. Was it two
staples in his head? So the lovely Liam Carr, member of FTM, obviously teamed with Tom McCall to face Temple of Malum. I can't actually now remember what match has happened because that's
Skinner.
Who did Skinner face?
Was it Skinner and AJ?
It might have been Skinner and AJ. So Skinner and AJ. Genuinely, it just didn't happen. And then we go to this one, and this didn't happen either. Like the day happened. I think the only match on this card that happened. Oh no, two matches on this card on the picture happened. So you had an AJ versus Tyler Adams that happened, and you had the 6-person match. So you had Temple Malum and Callum Crowe against Actu and Decker. Those matches happened as was.
Then you had
However,
Sam and Lana.
Sam and Lana.
Kazza had to go first.
Yeah, Session Moth was
I can't remember.
on the card. She faced Ian Skinner.
That was it.
Liam Carr did not have a match.
No,
he had a contract signing with
signing.
Lewis Johnson, where I unfortunately had to get in the ring to help a member of Ring Crew who got pile driven into the fucking floor. But the best match of the night. No, it wasn't. Bailey and Lana happened on the first show on day one.
Oh, it was Bailey and AJ.
It was Bailey and AJ because
AJ Sky.
was AJ Sky. He dressed in Lucy's gear, brought out her title and everything. And it was an AJ Sky. It was fucking incredible. But yeah, so make sure you pick up shit like this when you go to your indie shows. Pick up the fucking amazing stuff that you can.
That was the other thing that was in there.
And this is also what happens when you love your husband. You buy him weird and wonderful shit. Hand-drawn piece of art featuring Triple H and Lemmy. But yeah, we were signing off of this like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah,
and he finds shit.
I forgot what's in them.
This is what happens. Like, don't live with a fucking nerd. Like, I mean, we both are, so it's kind of awkward. But yeah, so hopefully you are safe next week, and Johnny will be back. Unless you want a Harley and Jamie show, like once a month, maybe, where we just do random bollocks. I'd be good with that, but we'll see how the views do on this. Let us know in the comments if you thought this was fun. We're happy to do it again. Maybe not so much wrestling talk because you just like doing weird and wonderful shit. But yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. Johnny, have fun editing this because, yeah. This has been H. I've been J. See you again soon. Bye.